Welcome to the Vogoth guide. Today we are going to talk about this damage reduction monster. This champion has damage mitigation like almost none other. He heals his teammates, that's his primary way of damage mitigation. He has provoke, increase damage duration, debuff duration, leech and increase cooldowns in his kit. These are his individual skills. They scale of his HP, but he's not very good at dealing damage. Mostly he's used only to help his team survive. His A1 is single target attack, 3-time hitter. Each hit has 40% chance of increasing duration of one random debuff on the target. His A2, his AoE, has 75% chance of provoke debuff on all enemies for one turn, and if that provoke lands, he has another 75% chance of 50% decrease attack debuff on third turn, 2 turns. It has 3 turn cooldown. Then his passive, first passive. Whenever his champion is attacked, he heals 50% of the damage received. He heals all allies by 50% damage received. He heals himself the half amount of what he receives. If the damage comes from boss, these numbers are also halved. His second passive, whenever he's attacked, he places leech debuff on the attacker for 2 turns, and if the attacker is under the provoke debuff, then when booked has 100% chance to increase cooldown on a random skill on the attacker by 2 turns. This can occur once per attack. And he has aura, 40 accuracy in all battles. His main stats are HP. You should prioritize maxing HP to help him survive, because you don't want him to have high defense. Less damage he takes, less damage he mitigates and heals his teammates. Therefore you want to minimize his defense and maximize defense of your team. Speed is always great, helps to land more debuffs and helps him to survive. You should also have enough accuracy and resistance if you either want to land any debuffs, which you don't have to, but you can, and also resist some debuffs. The best set you can use on him is Guardian. If you don't have proper Guardian pieces, you can also use Cure. Relics, well, easiest to use on him is Journal of Necrotos. It increases the heal he gives his teammates. If you have Death Dealer, you can experiment and use this unranked, unupgraded relic that causes him to take more damage. More damage he takes, more he heals his teammates. It's experimental, but it can work. And Blessing, you should use only Miracle Heal. It's only used against the Hydra, but there's no better blessing on him either. You shouldn't awaken him more than 2-star, because that will increase his defense, and you don't want that. Also, you don't want to empower this champion, because also increasing defense mitigates his healing. These are these masteries. I think they complement him pretty well. You can of course choose different path, but I think this suits him well. If you want to build your Vogoth, here's an easy way to do it through Hell Hades optimizer. You choose balanced mode, use these settings. You can use every artifact if you want to, but I don't want to on my account. These are rough stats. You can of course make different choices with the resistance, accuracy and speed, but most important are priorities of speed and HP, and you should always give him the max defense you want to have on him. In this way I chose 2600. It would be even better if I could land lower defense, but I don't have items that would let me create that. To maximize this calculation, I highly suggest you to use this page also. Of course you have to use Guardian set or Cure set if you don't have Guardian. And glyphs, don't use defense glyphs. Switch limiter to max. These are the results. I picked the first one, and here are the results. Here are the stats. What's the math behind this? Well, if you are against the waves, and let's say the damage you as Vogoth take is 10,000 damage, you heal others by half of that, which is 5,000, and heal himself half of that, which is 2,500. Damage in the end, after the heal, damage received on a Vogoth is 7,500, which is 75%, meaning he reduced it by 25%. On others, on the other hand, it's 5,000. So the damage reduction in this way is 50%, which is really great. But it doesn't stop there. Let's say you have Relic and also Guardian set plus Masteries. That makes him heal more. So the heal is now not 5,000 but 6,000 now, and also it decreases the amount of damage the others take. So in the end, others take only 2,500 damage, which makes them 75% immune to damage. It doesn't stop there. If your Vogoth has less defense than your team, let's say he has 3,000 and others have 4,000, he takes 10,000, others 7,886. If you don't have any relics and masteries, the reduction in the end is 71%. If we include the basic relic, not upgraded, and masteries and guardian set, the reduction is 93%, meaning you can of course get 100% reduction. It's not pure reduction. What it actually does is your team takes damage, but Vogoth can heal back all of it, even more. Problem with it could be when someone on your team dies or gets one shot. That's not going to save him. But if you take damage that you can survive, this will heal you back up to full. These are the wave stats. It's different with the bosses because his passive works different on the boss. The heals are halved. Therefore, in the absolute basic situation, reduction is 25%. When we increase the difference of the defense, the reduction is 46%. When we add up relic masteries and set reduction is 63%, which is pretty good already. And if we max out the relic, it's 67%, but it's not 100. It can be 100% and more, but you need to use every single bit of advantage you can get. Therefore, you need to maximize the defense gap, meaning you want to lower his defense as much as you can and increase defense of your team as much as you can. And also, you want to use relics. Your allies should have rejuvenation, and also other relics that help them take more heals. It's possible, it's hard and not practical, but it can be achieved. Let's end this with some of my tips. You should always have Vogoth on the last place on your team, because in other way it can cause the problem that the heal will not go in the same round as the damage. I will show you the example. Another tip is increase defense on your team through any way, and use reviver and healers and any defense buffs that can mitigate damage and help him. Here is the example. You can see my team got hit by an AoE. Let's focus now on the Brogni. His damage he took is 6103 and his heal was 10,000, so almost double. That means you can heal more than you get, meaning your team is almost invincible in this situation. Only one who took damage is Vogoth, and pretty big chunk. Problem is, if you have Vogoth on any other position than the last one, the damage will stick but the heal won't apply. You see, this health bar will stay this way, and that's the problem. I don't know why it's that, but it works like this. What you have to do is put Vogoth in the last place on your team, meaning when it happens and your team gets healed, they will get healed to full, meaning they will never take any damage if it's AoE attack. Only problem you have then is to keep Vogoth alive, and also any single target damage, stuns, etc. You still have to deal with that. Okay, this was everything on my guide to Vogoth. Thank you so much, and I wish you good luck.